Hey everyone, welcome to this weekend Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for November 29th through December 1st of 2019. Alright, so this weekend we are in the crescent phase of the lunar cycle, still the early phase from the new moon last Tuesday. So good to slowly build some momentum and maybe start to implement some of the new shifts of awareness we've had since earlier in the week. Now on Friday we do have the moon in Sagittarius, so it could be a good time for expanding our horizons. Also on Saturday as well. On Saturday, Mercury sextile Saturn, so we could have a bit of a grounded mind. Maybe quite responsible as well, really good for that in regards to our routine and maybe some grounded communications also. And then on Sunday, the moon shifts into grounded Capricorn, accentuating that a bit. So Sunday particularly good for anything that does require that patience, reserve, and responsibility. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when I return. All right, so here's the sky for this weekend. We're going to look at this for all 3 days. Friday with the moon in Sagittarius, Saturday as well, and then Sunday with the moon in grounded Capricorn. So again, we are using the actual size of the constellations called True Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, definitely check out that link down below for more information. All right, so most important thing is we are still in this crescent phase of the lunar cycle, very early phase of the lunar month. Any new beginnings from earlier in the week around Tuesday, really good to maybe start to implement, but we're not quite needing to do that just yet. Just maybe good to build a little bit of momentum and start to incorporate maybe some of these things. Now the larger context is around depth and truth and maybe intimacy, essentially connecting to life on a deeper level, which has been the sun in Scorpio, and viewing life through the lens of what is deeper, what is true, and what really matters at the end of the day. So with that deeper focus, the weekend does have a lot of expansion energy, particularly Friday and Saturday with the moon in Sagittarius. So great day those 2 days for expanding those horizons. It could be mentally, such as through philosophy, gaining of higher wisdom, maybe spirituality or religion, or even adventurousness, those external expanding of our horizons. Anything that invokes that free spirit and that willingness to listen to that spirit and cultivate a bit of that expansion there. All right, so on Friday going into Saturday, we'll likely start to feel Mercury sextile Saturn. Although it's nothing major, it does give us a bit of a grounded mind, or at least an opportunity to channel a grounded mind into constructive things. So these 2 days could be really good for maybe productivity, doing work that requires, again, using our mind, maybe learning, reading, writing, any form of communication. And since Mercury does also rule routine things, it could be just a grounded energy for the routine. So really good for incorporating a bit of responsibility, some discipline, some patience, right? Some of that long-term perspective when it comes to the mental, communicative, and routine activities. Now, the moon is going to be passing over Saturn and Pluto, kind of accentuating that sextile as well. And so maybe just feeling a bit grounded these 2 days also, and could be an empowering couple days if there is anything that you do want to shift perspective with, especially since Sagittarius can often deal with our worldview. And it's a great weekend to, again, expand that worldview, but to maybe transform that worldview with Pluto and empower ourselves to maybe face some fears or transform some things from perspective, I think is a great way of working with these 2 days as well. All right, so that's Friday, Saturday. Then once we get into December on Sunday, we do have the moon shifting into grounded Capricorn. And this is where we'll likely notice most of the themes regarding that responsibility. We could be feeling a bit helpfully detached, reserved, constructive. And so anything on Sunday that does require that patient, diligent, persevering approach, really good to incorporate there on that day. All right, everyone. So that is the weekend in a nutshell. Again, most important thing is this still very early phase of the cycle, slowly building some momentum, incorporating some of that depth mixed with fire, that spirit for life, right? Adventurousness or philosophical perspectives, expanding our worldview. Friday, Saturday, really good for that grounded mind, communication, and routine, but especially on Sunday, once we get into the stabilizing energies of Capricorn, which is, again, great for seeing the long-term perspective on things. All right, so everyone, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on Monday for the daily forecast. Take care.